Okay, guys, good morning. It is the 10th of June. We're going to start off with Euro-US dollar on the daily time frame. We're just going to see what we can get out of it. So, what can we see on the daily time frame? Well, of course, we have the daily break of structure over here. We also have the daily change of character just below that. And then we also have a break of structure to the downside. So we've kind of broken out either way. And we've potentially had a sweep of liquidity along with a daily change of character and a daily break of structure. Nice. So price has now reached the point of where there was a larger weekly swing, and there's been a bearish daily change of character, indicating supply has regained control. And we could see the overall bearish trend continue from here. So in terms of what we can kind of look out for in greater detail, we'll have to switch to our 4-hour. So as you can see, we have supply over here. We haven't exactly mitigated it, but we have had a sweep to indicate that this is a valid mitigation. So I would kind of be looking for potential trades within this 4-hour order block. And in terms of supply side, and then we can see that we had our flip zone here where demand failed, and could potentially be looking to get up to there and then potentially move lower. So we'll have to see that. And of course, we have this break of structure to confirm it. This change of character is nice, but the main thing that I'm kind of looking at over here is our flip zone over here. Right there. Okay, so price is currently moving up, so we'll kind of have to wait and see. But in terms of potential targets, okay, so if we were to get in there, we were to get the right confirmations, and we were to take a trade on the supply side, what could we potentially see or target rather? So I'd be looking to target just probably around this area, to be honest. Just seems like a valid area, a valid setup. So this swing low marked up would be my initial target. Now, heading over to the 15-minute time frame, what can we see? So a nice drop, clean drop. You can see some supply in here, so I'm going to mark that up now. (15-minute) supply zone, swing low, structure point. Okay, and we can also see that we're kind of playing off demand at the moment on the 15-minute. However, after a heavy break of structure, which we saw over here, we can expect a pullback, but price is heavily bearish and could continue dropping, and all the timeframes are lining up quite well. So we could potentially be looking at this area as liquidity. I don't want to go ahead and say that we have a supply zone in here, because I don't believe that is the case. I believe this is a liquid high. So let me mark that as liquidity. So I do expect that to get taken out. I wouldn't say that this is a supply zone. It's invalid. You just can't take any sort of sell at that zone unless you were looking for that 1 minute confirmation where this structure point was broken. So we can't just wait for this. We have to wait for a full break of structure, not just a change of character. So yeah, this could potentially work, but it will get grabbed as liquidity after it's probably taken out this low. So that kind of summarizes Euro US dollar for today. The market does look nice. There are some really clean setups. Now let's head over to GBP US dollar. Just starting off on the daily time frame. Again, same kind of thing. Break of structure, change of character. No break of structure unless you consider wicks to be breaks of structures. So that's a break of structure. You could argue for our time frame. Yeah, it's a bit rangy. I'm gonna try stay out of GBP US dollar. Say just doesn't. I don't see any pure liquidity sweeps or anything. So yeah, I'm not even going to continue further with the analysis. It would be silly to trade GBP US dollar in these market conditions as a planned trade. You could argue that this is the supply zone, and you could also argue that this over here could be the sweep that I was just talking about. So in terms of trading, this is literally the only trade I'd be looking at, because we've had this high form, then this supply has been played off, then this supply has been played off. Then rounded retest, this supply has been played off. Just about. It's not the most convincing. Again, could be liquidity or an inducement for the market to push into this wick potentially. So we'd have to wait to see 15-minute change of character in this trade. So that summarizes my analysis for today. Thank you for watching. Are there any questions? No. Okay, perfect. See you on Monday.